Morning. This is video 36 out of 40. We're coming very close to the end of the series, and with 36 we are going to make a big jump forward. You have learned some shoulder stance variations, and you have learned the basic headstand. Shoulder stand and headstand in yoga are considered to be the shoulder stand is the mother of all exercises, or the queen of all exercises. The headstand is the father or the king of all exercises. The reason for that is that if you look at the chakra system, the highest chakras contain the highest characteristics of the human being. The lowest chakras are the locations of fear, we call it lower emotions and desires. The higher chakras are the locations of wisdom, intuition, vision, unconditional love. So, keep a long story short, there are other videos where it is very extensively explained. Keep a long story short, the higher chakras are directly stimulated with head and shoulder stand poses. That is the reason why they are called the queen and the king of all exercises. Not only that, both the shoulder stand and the headstand have many variations. There is no other exercise in yoga that has so many different variations. The shoulder stand and headstand each have more than 10 different variations. We're going to have a look at 2 new variations of the headstand and 3 new variations of the shoulder stand. Very challenging. The headstand is a tricky pose that if you're not so confident and have no experience with it, it's maybe better to skip it. You know that from the introduction of the basic headstand. That applies even more to the advanced variations of the headstand. They exponentially increase the pressure on the neck and challenge your ability to stay balanced. So either you skip or you focus on the basic headstands, just simply standing straight. Until you have that under control, you can then slowly start experimenting with the variations. Those among you who have experience with headstand feel stable in the pose and also confident, go ahead and try it out. It's fun, it's challenging, but being able to do these kind of poses is just incredibly encouraging, empowering. So let's get on with it. Yeah, a lot of headstand and shoulder stand, a lot of inverted poses. Basically, this session 36 has only inverted poses. 9, altogether 9 inverted poses. Close our eyes for a moment. 1 minute. Breathe deep and calm. Clear the mind. Slowly come back. Salamba Shirsasana. Salamba Shirsasana we will do from the side. We've done this a couple of times already, it's familiar. Interlock the fingers, clasp the fingers, don't spread the elbows. The forearms are, when you open the hands, the forearms are almost parallel. On the top of the head, the crown. And then we go into Salamba Shirsasana. Okay, then we slowly come back. This exercise is familiar, so let's move on to the variations. Take a little rest in the embryo, in the child pose. And for the next two variations, I will turn so that you can better see what's happening. Wait. The next pose is called Parsvashirsasana. It's a headstand with a spinal twist. There is a difficult variation, the original variation, which is very tricky and can be dangerous because of the enormous pressure on the neck. There is also a modified version. It's easier and less, putting less pressure on the neck. Let's first have a look at the modified version, the easy one. And without coming back out of the pose, I will then show you the original pose. So we go up in Salamba Shirsasana. Parsvashirsasana is a headstand with a spinal twist. The easy version, you arch the body in a slight angle, approximately 150 degrees, and then you twist at the hips. You hold it for a moment, consolidate. Come back. Arch the body again a little bit at the hips and then twist at the hips. And slowly come back. The original version, actually, you arch the opposite way. You arch back and you twist at the hips. Slowly come back, arch back, and twist the other side, the other way. And we slowly come back and go back down. Take a little rest in the child pose. Okay, the next one, Parsva Shirsasana. This one is kind of familiar because Salamba Sarvangasana, the shoulder stand, has the same variation. Let me get that right. It's Ekapada Shirsasana, not Parsva. Ekapada Shirsasana. Parsva is with one leg to the side, Ekapada is with one leg forward. So we'll do this one from the side also, so that you can see proper alignment in the back and the hips. The technique is the same. The approach is the same as in the shoulder stand. We do not try to put the foot on the floor. It's easy, if you're a bit flexible, it's easy to put the foot on the floor. It looks like a perfect pose. But we bend the back and the hips misalign, and because for us, we are not looking for a perfect pose, we are looking for the perfect or the maximum benefit we can get out of the pose, and that is gained when we adhere to proper alignment. So we keep the back straight and we keep the hips horizontally level. Okay, we go in Salamba Shirsasana. Then Ekapada, one foot down. From the beginning, I keep my back straight and I focus on the hips remaining horizontally level. Slowly come back. And we switch. Please notice how straight I remain. Look, easy to put the foot down, okay? But look at the hips and the back. The back is bent, the hips are not horizontally level anymore. So control that urge to put the foot down. It doesn't add anything to the pose, on the contrary. It diminishes the pose. Okay, that's it. Slowly and controlled we come back. Then we have 3 new variations of the shoulder stand, which I will demonstrate, which I will do with you without coming back out of the pose. They're all based on Salamba Sarvangasana, which means standing straight with the heels pointing, reaching for the ceiling. What changes is the position of the arms. There is Salamba Sarvangasana 2, and then there is Niralamba 1 and Niralamba 2. Salamba means with support. So Salamba Sarvangasana 2. Salamba Sarvangasana 1, you support the back with the hands. We will start like that. But then, like you do in Halasana, you clasp the fingers and you push your hands down. And because your hands are behind your back, it's considered to be with support, Salamba. Niralamba 1, you move your arms to the opposite side. There's no support anymore. If you're not properly on the shoulders, you're going to roll down. You're going to fall down to the ground. You put the arms above the head on the opposite side of where they were before, behind the back. And Niralamba 2, the ultimate shoulder stand, the arms are alongside the flanks. Let's get right to it so you can see. You know, I'm a little bit challenged for space, so I'm gonna move here. We go up in Salamba Sarvangasana. When you have a feeling you're standing properly on the shoulders, you go to Salamba Sarvangasana 2. Clasp the fingers, push the hands down, and then try to erect. Push the heels up to the ceiling. This is the first variation. Salamba Sarvangasana 2. Niralamba 1. Niralamba 2. And we slowly come back. Slowly and controlled. Take a little rest. Take a little rest lying at the back. Then we finish today with 3 shoulder stand variations you already know. That is Supta Kona, Parsvahala, and Parsvaikkapada Sarvangasana, which, as you remember, start with Salamba Sarvanga, Hala, Karnapida. So we go through those 6 variations systematically. We start with Salamba Sarvangasana. When you have a feeling you're properly standing on the shoulders, you go to Halasana. Karnapida. And then Supta Kona. In Karnapida, you grab the big toes and you straighten the legs. Spread the feet, the legs as wide as possible. Okay, go back to Halasana, support the back firmly. Then we have Pasvahala, the side plow, which is really about torsioning the spine, keeping the spine upright and the hips horizontally level. Sounds easy, it's not. I see my students struggling a lot, and I have to work very hard also to not allow the spine to bend and the hips to misalign. Okay, we come back, go up into Salamba Sarvangasana, and then we have a Pasvaikkapada. Slowly come back and switch. Slowly come back, Salamba Sarvangasana, and from Salamba Sarvangasana you come down slowly and controlled. Okay, just relax for a moment lying on the back. Take a deep breath. And it's time for a meditation. Sit down on the cushion or folded blanket, folded towel, whichever you have available. Five minutes. Close the eyes. Breathe deep and calm. Then quietly start observing, and you end up in a meditative mood without doing anything complicated. may slowly open the eyes again. Nice. If you wonder why we sing Om once at the beginning and 3 times at the end, there is a video somewhere in the beginning of the series. It's titled Why and How to Sing Om, or something like that. Why and How to Sing Om. It's very extensively explained what Om means, why we sing it once at the beginning, 3 times at the end, and the idea behind Om. Thank you for watching today and have a lovely day. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video again. Thank you. Bye bye.